Good morning, folks. Trying to get it all together here. Can't start the day without Diane. I'm really sorry that I'm so late with everything today. Things are moving so fast. I put a lot of pressure on Diane to produce a lot of product throughout the morning, and it's just a flat out moving world that we're in. Getting text messages 2 seconds before we start that I really need to pay attention to. So, and there's a lot going on. So I thought about this morning. I'm your host, BKP. Welcome to the program. All the new viewers, we always have new viewers, and I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. I just want to say this, all right, for all the blowback I'm about to get, but, you know, I come in this office at 4 a.m., 3:55 a.m., and I start into about 40 different websites. I start listening to news, and I cannot just rush into it because I'm walking, and you're doing it also. I'm walking right dead looking evil right in the face every morning. And let me tell you something. Do not now. This is the word of God. We won't debate theology this morning, but this is the word of God. Do not, and I say this, do not walk into the face of evil without the word. You understand? Because I'm telling you, you have to stay grounded. You have to stay focused. You can't let the noise enter in. And you do not. Now, I'm just saying this. I know what you're thinking, like, wow, you're coming right out of the box with do nots. You do not. You are not able to do it. You are just flesh. You are not able to look this kind of evil or any evil in the eye alone. You cannot stand up and say, I'll take this on. I'll do it. You do not. I'm just saying that. I mean, I'm looking for all kinds of pushback, but once we get done this morning, you are looking right into the eye of evil. I mean, we go from the transgenders last week to the pedophiles this week to the use of the media, the manipulation of the deep state, corporate, corrupt, evil media, the lies. I just had to open with that because, you know, don't forget who these people are. So there's a lot of, wait a minute, but wait a minute. Now I'm going to get into it in a minute. But I like MTG. But why is MTG making headlines in a positive way? On none other than, now folks, let me just say this, okay? We're not going to get into an argument. We're not going to. All right. This media right here, when they bring this guy out, 94, we're going to bounce around a little bit. Good morning, Diane. How are you? Did I even say the show? Welcome. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. God bless you. Welcome to the show. We've got a lot to do today. We do a 3-hour show. Diane, let me know because I don't know if we can get it in 3 hours. So if there's some reason we have to break on time, just let me know. I don't know what's going to happen. This show is going to have to. When these people come on, When these people come on, you have to remember 96. These are evil networks. These are evil, inspired by demonic, satanic networks. They are. They're disgusting people. They are. Now, at 5 a.m. this morning, at 4 a.m. CBS, the very first thing out of the box, see, Satan has come to kill and destroy, and I got to get away, all right? And drugs are killing your kids. And this transgender and these mood altering and these depressants and these drugs, they're altering your kids. They're destroying. Look every single day on what is destroying the fabric of this country. Now, are the Epstein files important? Yes. Yes, they are. Is everything that took place with this monster wrong, bad, evil? Yes. But never forget, these people, I have showed you pictures. Watch this. Diane, I'm going to try. I'll tell you what I'm going to need here, Diane. I just want to lay this out. I want number 13, but I don't want it right now. Look at these people, right? Stop. They look well-dressed. Joe Scarborough even got that Gumby haircut, right? Well-dressed. Look at 90. Number 90. Now, RFK Jr. is going to go to the Hill today, and he's going to get scorched, absolutely scorched, because of people much like this, right here, right? Wow, there. Evil can get dressed up. Evil can be very well groomed. Evil looks very nice, inviting. But then you have number 13, right? It gets exposed. So take that down. All right. Number 96 again. So at 4 a.m. this morning, you would not know that the president of Poland was at the White House yesterday. You wouldn't know that. If you're out there and you don't pay attention, you wouldn't know it. You would not know about the FBI and the Cincinnati and the 22 Chinese and the drugs that they put a hold on. You wouldn't know that. Because at 4 a.m. this morning, 4 a.m. and 5 a.m., all the networks, the first thing out of the box are these ladies, these victims, these people that were terrorized, abused, raped as children by very powerful people, made all the headlines. You say, should that not make the headlines? I'm going to show you what's wrong with it, and we'll get to it right now. I'll show you what's wrong with it, and we're going to move past Epstein for just a second. We're going to move past it for just a second. Now, I want you to look at something. I want you to look at number 134. This is on CBS, right? Now, I want you to pay attention to something, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Now, Marjorie Taylor Greene has not been able to get on the networks for quite some time. I mean, you can find Marjorie Taylor Greene with Steve Bannon. You can find Marjorie Taylor Greene with Charlie Kirk. You can find Marjorie Taylor Greene with, what's the guy, Matt Gaetz. You can find Marjorie Taylor Greene on podcast. But the only time Marjorie Taylor Greene has really ever been on the networks is under attack. So just Keep in mind, when you see Marjorie Taylor Greene and you see CBS News highlighting Marjorie Taylor Greene, what is, you know that old saying, what is wrong with this picture? Now give me number, I'm going to run through just a couple here, Diane. And then we're going to change gears to Florida. I want to change gears to Florida because what this guy said yesterday, you're going to watch today evil rear its ugly head. And when I say that, you're going to watch evil rear its ugly head. I may not have put up another MTG pick, but give me this right here. Today may be one of the top days. Give me video 22.
Are seeing some Republicans still being willing to defy the president.
Well, talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene, who actually has said that if these women put together a confidential list, she will go on the House floor and read it.
The number of Democrats who have said to me in the last 24 hours, I can't believe I'm agreeing with something Marjorie Taylor Greene is doing, is lengthy, but yet they do. And this is something that she could do, and she can't be stopped from doing so. Those in the White House said they had actually been pretty pleased. They thought they had gotten Republicans back in line on this issue in the recent weeks, that the MAGA influencer types were talking about it less, but we're seeing her here. Marjorie Taylor Greene and at least a few others are still willing to go public with this. And as far as President Trump goes, those around him know, don't talk about this with him. This is one of those subjects they know that he reacts very strongly to and very poorly to. They know that it
Give me number 53. So that's all I'm going to say right now. We will get back to the Epstein files. But when people are asking me what's going on with Marjorie Taylor Greene, all right, and what's going on with these Republicans, and what's going on with this, and why is Trump calling it a hoax? Don't forget, the narrative, I mean, we're in September. You're going to wake up in 2 weeks and they're going to start telling you the sky is falling because we do not have a budget deal and we need to do a CR, a clean CR. Continuing spending resolution, right? That's what they're going to take. 2 weeks, right? They're going to start, everything's going to shut down. Trump sending National Guards units to Chicago, but who's going to pay them if the government shuts down? You're getting ready for this to fall out of the sky in a couple weeks. Every bit of this is a setup. MTG has never been in a positive light with the AJC, CBS, NBC, ABC, all the above. And they are, don't lose your focus. Do not lose your focus. CBS, ABC, these are the people. CBS had to just make a deal with Trump. 60 Minutes altered the Kamala Harris. ABC, George Stephanopoulos, right? NBC, what they've done in the past, how they've lied to you about COVID, how they lied to you about Kamala, how they covered up Joe Biden. Do not put these two together. This is not a Marjorie Taylor Greene attack. This is a fact. Do not put Marjorie Taylor Greene and any of these networks in a positive light right now. Do not. They can't be trusted. If they'll lie to you on Monday, they're not telling you the truth on Tuesday. So I just want to get that out before everybody starts, wow, even the media agrees with Marjorie Taylor Greene. No. Here is the real, here's the other part. They are going to go after RFK Jr. today. They brought in the Vingupta, number 94, number 95. This is going to be one hell of a morning. It really is. It's going to be one hell of a morning. Do not try. Florida moves to end vaccine mandates, including for school children. I'm going to play something for you this morning. They can't take it. They cannot. This is, okay. When you're facing a demon, I know people are going to say, oh, hell, he's lost his damn mind. When you're facing a demon, you can always tell their reaction when they have holy water thrown on them. Did you ready? You can always tell. They can't take it. They can't take it. These people come to you and have lied to you for years. Pharmaceutical companies in the mega $billion. These people, I am all about capitalism. I'm all about inventing something that's productive, that people want to buy. You put it out there. You know, I'm all about capitalism. I'm all about the person that invents the next greatest water hose and sells millions and buys the big house and puts a pool in the backyard. Good. I love medical advances. I think we have made amazing medical advances in this country. I really do. Surgical, heart treatments. But the evils of the pharmaceutical company and the evils of these vaccines and what they're actually shooting in your children, you do realize total control, total complete control of your children is what they've always wanted to achieve. Whether it's to get your kids in pre-K, to control them in the government schools, yes. The government manipulated schools to inject children with products. I mean, they've always. So the guy in Florida, this made my day. I was like, oh, hell. Wonder what tomorrow will be like. Give me Joseph Lopato. Is that his name? Lopato? Lodato. Oh, what the hell's his name? I don't know. Give me video too, Diane.
But what I'm most excited about is an announcement that we're going to make, that we're making now, which is that the Florida Department of Health, in partnership with the governor, is going to be working to end all vaccine mandates in Florida law. All of them. All of them. All of them. Every last one of them. Yeah. Yeah. Every last one of them. All of them. Every last one of them. Every last one of them is wrong and drips with disdain and slavery. Okay? Who am I as a government or anyone else, or who am I as a man standing here now to tell you what you should put in your body? Who am I to tell you what your child should put in your body? I don't have that right. Your body is a gift from God. What you put into your body, is because of your relationship with your body and your God. I don't have that right. Government does not have that right. They want you to believe they have that right. And unfortunately, they've been successful. They've been successful.
Give me number 97. you do not look evil in the eye and tell them you're no longer going to inject children unless the parents want to have vaccinations for their children. You're no longer going to have a government mandate what you put in your child's body. You are the parent. See, they have done everything they possibly could do to take parental control away. Everything. California, from parental control of the gender of your child. Now, you don't control that, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Every single thing. And Joseph Lombardo had the nerve to say, body gift from God. Oh, I'm telling you, this is, that's some serious holy water on this evil people. They can't take it. You are watching them melt down. No joke. It's absolutely no joke. You are watching them melt down right before your eyes. They can't take this. The evils and the sickness in the pharmaceutical industry on a daily basis, the evil of those people. What do you mean no vaccines? What do you mean no COVID booster unless you're 65 or older? Now let me ask you something. Why would the government pay for something for all these? You go to Walmart, and this is not knocking any. I have a pharmacy that I like the people. I like the people. They do a good job. I get what I need. The staff is very nice, so I like it. And I think that's how most of us deal with our pharmacy, is the people we like. But you go to your pharmacy, Walmart, CVS, Ingles, Walgreens, I don't care, the flu shot. Do you have your flu shot? They put in vaccination centers, right? Vaccination centers. Your pharmacies now have a center where you go in for the vaccination. No charge. No charge. We're the government. We're going to inject something. So you're sitting there, you put your arm up, and they put a needle in there and inject something, right? And then, God forbid, we start saying, wait a minute. Well, I want to move on. Joseph, he messed them up. Let me show you what, this is not in here, but, oh my gosh, this, they are, I'm going to show you how they are losing it. I have it here somewhere. Where's it at? This has got them messed up. Video 15.
That is a moral, ethical universe, not this nonsense where people who don't know you are telling you what to put in your temple. But hell.
That was CNN. I think it says CNN. He said, people that don't know you are telling you what you should put in your temple. Now, this guy's got them really messed up. He really has them messed up this morning. He has referred to your body being a gift of God, you being from God. Do you realize if you allow this to stand, that your body, your gender, your birth, the miracle, a gift from God, and the connection between that baby and the parents, and bringing that bond back together, and then acknowledging this is the temple of the Lord. Your body is your temple, and what you put in it. If you go pushing, don't go pushing on my McDonald's French fries, bro. Stay off my McDonald's French fries. Stay on vaccines. Leave my French fries alone. Anyhow, moving right along, right? Listen to what he did. They can't take it. Oh, they're losing it. They are. Your body, he pulled every bit of connection back to you, the family, mom, dad, the parents, your body being from God and your temple. Oh, he's got him roar. Oh, he's got the Vengupta all upset. I'm going to show you here now. They can't take it because Dr. Oz. Now, they brought in the Vengupta. You always know, number 94. Remember, they brought this guy in. I have a list a mile long, right? We have a list a mile long when they always brought us in, told us about the booster, told us, to wear our mask. How many times did this guy come in and lie to us? Lie to us. Carry the pharmaceutical industries, right? What was the guy that was at Pfizer that was always on CBS every morning? Every Sunday morning with Margaret Brennan. What was his name? I forget his name. He was on all the time. The Vengupta. Give me Dr. Oz. Here he is, number 95. Give me this one right here. Florida moves to end vaccine mandates. Florida plans to end. They brought in the Vengupta. What's he think of what Dr. Oz said yesterday? Video 19.
Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services was asked yesterday on Fox News whether there should be vaccine mandates. Here's what he said.
I would definitely not have mandates for vaccinations. This is a decision that a physician and a patient should be making together. The parents love their kids more than anybody else. I could love that kid, so why not let the parents play an active role in this? There are some states now where you're seeing an increase in homeschooling because parents are running from the healthcare system. They can't get healthcare because doctors are unwilling to take the risk of taking care of children who don't want vaccinations because it might impact the way their practices are run. They shouldn't feel pressure from the government to decide what to do with the vaccination schedule. They should do what's the best interest of the person in front of them, that states a child, and what those parents desire.
Dr. Gupta, your reaction to that?
It was hard to follow. That was sort of gibberish from what I could tell, but I wasn't following Dr. Oz's rationale there. I have not seen, nobody is seeing this. I work closely with the American Academy of Pediatrics. Across the spectrum, they represent pediatricians across the country in every single zip code, Willie. No one's saying this. If anything, everybody's saying, listen, we're having those conversations. No pediatrician has time to answer 30 questions about a fundamental vaccine because they have other things to do with that baby at a well visit. And so to now put the onus on pediatricians and families to ask all these questions that no one else is asking because there's no scientific reason to ask is them just passing the buck here. For everybody out there, I would ignore what was just said. Again, hard to follow. Go to healthychildren.org. Healthychildren.org. It's produced by the American Academy of Pediatrics, Willie. It's a nonprofit. It has clear, navigable information. You can't trust.
Did you hear what he said? If you have, no one has time to answer. You don't need to be asking all these questions when you bring your baby in for a wellness visit. There's no need to ask questions. Just trust. We're going to give you the vaccine. There's a lot of smart people, a lot smarter than you are. A lot of very smart people put this together. There's pharmaceutical companies that have billions of dollars invested in this. We don't have time. We don't have time to answer 32 individual questions. All right. So when you come in for a wellness visit with your baby, we have from the government, we have already structured in our organization what the wellness visit for your baby is like. And we also have a timer running. We're only allowed to be in this room so much time. Are you really wanting to come in with this baby, this gift from God, this beautiful miracle, and have me answer all these questions? No, I have a timer outside, and it will buzz my watch when you get your 15 minutes. And then I've got to go to the next room because there's another baby down there. They're doing the vitals on and putting the weight. And I've got to do 4 of these an hour. I don't have time to answer your questions about vaccines. This is gibberish. What Dr. Oz said, this is gibberish. Now, what they don't want to elaborate on, and this is one of the many evils that is coming out this morning, it's going to be quite a rough day. It is. I mean, you think RFK Jr. can't talk as it is. It's going to be a rough day on those vocal cords of his because they're coming after him today. And this is how you know he's doing a good job. I mean, this is how you know he should have fired the CDC director. This is how you know it's going in the right direction, is the response they have. It's very telling. I mean, Dr. Oz said to you that parents are running from the schools, and doctors, you go and you make a decision. You make a decision because God knows I don't want to get involved in telling you what to do. You make a decision. And you decide you're not going to vaccinate your children. And then you try to find a pediatrician and a doctor that will see your children. Watch what happens. So you go in, you got a baby. We're scheduled for this. I'm choosing not to do that. You're doing what? Now, let me play this one. I'm not for sure what I have in this one here, but I'm all of the networks that are losing their. Give me video 16.
Standing practice of requiring certain vaccines for students, which public health experts say help control the spread of infectious diseases. The state's Surgeon General announced that decision yesterday while railing against vaccine mandates.
Every last one of them is wrong and drips with disdain and slavery. Okay? Who am I as a government or anyone else, or who am I as a man standing here now to tell you what you should put in your body? Do you want to put, whatever different vaccines in your body? God bless you. I hope you make an informed decision. You don't want to put whatever vaccines in your body? God bless you. And I hope you make an informed decision. And that's how it should be.
That move is drawing.
So Van Gupta, they have the nerve to talk about they're upset that you don't just fall in line and trust them. After COVID, everything they've done your whole entire life. Video 20.
You can't trust what's coming out of this government right now at the very top, but a Healthy Children org for information, clear, navigable, and childhood vaccine.
You can't trust what's coming out of this government right now. That's what this bad words. No bad words. No bad words. You can't trust what's coming out of this government. No, but if we had Rochelle, whatever her name, CDC on there, if we had Van Gupta, if we had people talking about Pfizer's vaccine or lack of vaccine, a shot was 100% effective, could get our schools back open. If we had government officials talking about what we could do to get our schools back open, now you can't trust anything coming out of this government. One more time with that. I want to make sure I heard him correctly because I don't want to lose my temper, but one more time.
You can't trust what's coming out of this government right now at the very top, but a Healthy Children org for information, clear, navigable, and childhood vaccine.
Well, for sure, Minka had a response. What was Minka's response? Video 21.
NBC News medical contributor Dr. Vin Gupta, thank you very much. That is sad that we can't trust, but we can. Coming up.
That is sad. Thank you, Dr. Van Gupta. Thank you. That is sad that we can't trust, but we can't. That is sad, but we can't trust. We can't. Today on Capitol Hill, let me just fly through these, Diane. This was at 4 a.m., number 135, RFK Jr. faces growing calls to resign. This is how you know. This is Atlanta News First, Atlanta Station 132. Petition calls for resignation of RFK. The statement that he put out, number 31, restoring it as the world's most trusted guardian of public health will take sustained reform and more personnel changes. The CDC is a total mess. It is a total, complete mess. All right. And 128, how will RFK Jr. defend his actions as secretary? 122, Florida to drop the mandate. Give me, let's see what else I got here. I want to make sure I get most of the graphics to show you every network is zeroed in. Right here, 101, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to answer questions. Kennedy, 99, this is out of Louisiana. Key GOP senator declines to elaborate on planning oversight of RFK Jr. 98, cost, chaos, and corruption. 203 days of Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s disastrous leadership. So that's today. That's today. Thank you, Joseph. Let's wrap up this segment here with let me make sure I'm not missing anything. We'll talk. Give me number 40. Number 40, Dr. Oz. And we'll talk about this. Oz backs Florida dropping school vaccine mandate. And number 50, this is coming up later today. We've gone through tons of previously unreleased data on Anthony Fauci, and we have big revelations we will be dropping in the coming weeks. This is Rand Paul. So we have a long list of why they are losing it, absolutely losing it. And 97, God-given body gift from God, your temple, your child, Dr. Joseph Lopado, Florida Surgeon General, and thank you, Governor Ron DeSantis. Diane, give me number 88 if it won't take too long to get there. We have to go. I'm running long. I know that we're running long, but this is coming up. This is Central Georgia Republican fish fry. Now, let me just say this. The 8th District, many of you out there, if you're not from Georgia, but many of you out there, the 8th District always sponsored a fish fry every year, and they've discontinued that, all right? So this is not the same fish fry. I want to clear that up. The 8th District just discontinued and decided no longer to do a fish fry. So I got upset. Not that, I didn't get upset in any particular. I was like, what do you mean no fish fry? I mean, I'm all about a fish fry. So, Central Georgia Republicans have picked it up, the fish fry of 2025, at Saturday, September 27th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And there's Houston County, Peach County, Taylor County, Bibb County, Jones County, and Crawford counties have come together for this fish fry. We'll talk about it a little more later in the show. But, I just wanted to throw out never wrong time to throw out a good fish fry. Take a break.
Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Days Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Days Chevrolet, Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender. We take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
Hey, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. At 10 a.m., we'll have the Georgia Hour. We had that was a big meeting in Fulton County Board of Commissioners yesterday. We've got a lot to go into there. And obviously, we'll discuss some political stunts being played and the big ears behind it. I didn't mean to say big ears. Well, they stick out a little. I mean, I didn't call David Clark out by name, but, anyhow, that being said, we'll discuss that, some of the political stunts going on that we try to clear up 10 o'clock on the Georgia Hour. Now, I want to take a minute and talk about the things that are not on MSNBC. Oh, by the way, I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Hey, Diane, how are you? Diane, give me number 35. We're not going to talk about this. I know you bring this up, then you don't talk about it. But I just want to show this to you, right? Are you keeping up with this story? Go start from the beginning and take a little time. Keep up with this. Wife of killer Kentucky sheriff reveals new details of daughter's relationship with slain judge that sparked the bloodbath. This is the sheriff in Kentucky that shot this judge point blank right after lunch. Keep up. This is an interesting story. Now, I don't know the details on this because this is an exclusive. No, we'll get to that one in a minute. We're going to get to that one in a minute. So here are some of the things that are not on the front page. They're upset. They're upset over when Trump says hoax. They can't stand when Trump says hoax. All right. And I'm going to give you a breakdown of what I think of all the Epstein I'm going to give you what I think of the press conference yesterday and some of the things going on there. But I'm looking at the big picture of the total complete mess. Now, do I want the people in the Epstein list file to go to prison? Yes. Do I want them maybe to get the death penalty? Sure, why not? But we have to remember our children are at risk on a daily basis, whether it be from, psychedelic drugs, mood-altering drugs, drugs coming across the border, China, Mexico, Venezuela. So Marco Rubio, they say without proof. I have a question for you. Now, you know how much I care for you. Just want to put that out there. And I don't want you upset, just putting that out there. But if all you've got to tell me is how little Marco Rubio is a globalist, I get it. how he is this and that. I get it. I get it. I have my concerns. If you want to tell me little Marco got confirmed by all senators and that concerns you, much like myself, I get it. But right now, are you not pleased a little bit with some of the work that little Marco's doing? Because I'm going to tell you right now, if little Marco can go through South America, you have to understand, he speaks the language. He's Cuban. He speaks the language. He can go down there and talk to people. So right here, they said yesterday, well, let's see. Where's my CNN? Video 14. CNN goes after little Marco. Video 14.
Again, the U.S. has offered no evidence about who or what was on that boat. But Secretary of State Marco Rubio suggested the military took the most effective action.
If you're on a boat full of cocaine or fentanyl or whatever headed to the United States, you're an immediate threat to the United States. And the president, under his authority as commander-in-chief, has a right under exigent circumstances to eliminate imminent threats to the United States. And that's what he did yesterday in international waters. And that's what he intends to do. We're not going to sit back anymore and watch these people sail up and down the Caribbean like a cruise ship.
We're not going to watch them sail up and down like a cruise ship. It's not happening. Venezuela, Donald Trump came in immediately and closed the border. Now, we have other issues with deportations. We have those issues are getting clogged up in courts. We have every liberal wacko that wants to save these people that came here illegally, right? They're so concerned that your child in Florida may not have a vaccination and get a disease, but there's zero concern on what came across that border medically. You never hear that fear. You never hear the fear of what came into this country. I couldn't even get a damn pineapple in this country through customs years ago, trying to come in with a pineapple. They caught me with a pineapple. Took my pineapple. I'm like, yeah, it's my damn pineapple. Put it back. You can't bring it in the country. Why? Well, we don't know. You brought it in from Australia, and if you bring it in from Australia, it could have a fly, and the fly could get on the vegetation here and destroy our crops. Okay, I really wasn't thinking all this out when I picked up the pineapple at the store, but far be it from me to ruin all the vegetation in this country by bringing the pineapple in. That's a true story. And I get it. I do get it. But I'll be damned. Anything that wanted to come across the border. Anyway, Donald Trump closes the border, locks it down. I'm good with that. Then we have troops on the southern border. And we have identified where the cartels are. And we have told Mexico, we're going to work something out and we're going to deal with these cartels and you're going to help us or we will. Mexico has come back and said, look, we're a sovereign country. How dare you? We're not Chicago. You can't send your troops to Chicago. You sure as hell not going to send them to Mexico. Trump says, look, you're going to do something or we will. We have troops down there ready. Trust me, our military has already pinpointed where all the cartels are at. If Trump starts saving lives, if he brings, God forbid, he bring a damn job back to this country, your kid not get on drugs and get a damn job and buy a house. Well, I'll be damned. I'm sorry, too many damns in that one sentence. But, all right, so little Marco, he's down there. No, we're going to blow him out of the water. You got it? Now, yesterday, give me number 41. This is stuff that they're not talking about. They're going to run up there, MTG, save the damn kids. MTG does not want to talk about her district and the lack of jobs there for the kids. FBI busts fentanyl operation in Ohio with links to Chinese nationals. All right. Number 42. Today, FBI Director Kash Patel was in Cincinnati to announce charges in an operation targeting the fentanyl crisis. 22 Chinese business people have been indicted for selling drugs headed to the streets of Ohio. 2 Dayton area residents were also indicted along with 4 China-based companies. Now, these drugs are hitting the street. Cincinnati, Huntington, West Virginia, others. These areas, these drugs are hitting the streets, right? What about this? Number 43, Marco Rubio. This is little Marco, right? He's down there. He's made a deal in Mexico. Joint statement on security cooperation between the United States and Mexico. You think the Biden administration even put pressure on Mexico? Trump's trying to bring back jobs, save lives, stop drugs, close the border. People need to stay off his ass on some of this stuff. Now, I'm just telling you, the guy's got a full plate and he's 79 damn years old. And he's not talking about harvesting body parts to live to 150 like Putin is. Get into that later, right? The governments of Mexico and the United States affirm our security cooperation, which is based on the principles of I'm not going there. I've messed it up 3 times in my brain. Sorry. Respect for sovereignty and territorial integrity, okay? As well as mutual trust. They aim to work together to dismantle transnational organized crime through enhanced cooperation between our respective national security and law enforcement institutions. All right? Additionally, we are working to address the illegal movement of people across the border. This cooperation through specific and immediate actions will strengthen the security along our shared border, halt the trafficking of fentanyl and other illicit drugs, and stop arms trafficking. Now, they are down there. Give me number 44. The 2 governments have established a high-level implementation group to meet regularly and follow up on mutual commitments. Both governments reaffirm their determination to cooperate, protect our citizens, and make communities safer. Now, go back to number 43. The sovereignty of these countries. We have gone down there and told Mexico, what is her name? I forget the president's name, but neither here nor there. We have gone down there and we've told them, look, now they keep calling and say, you know that's our border. Yes. We're a sovereign country. Yes. But you're going to stop it and you're going to help us stop it. So this statement is the beginning. Hey, we're acknowledging sovereign country. You're going to work with us to stop it. This is some serious pressure in the kindest language from little Marco and Donald Trump. I mean, look, I get the whole thing about Putin, Ukraine, and the war. I get it. But I'm America first. And anything and everything I see that's a positive that I did not see anything, nothing, zero in the last administration that could save a child's life in our country, I'm all about it. Saving our children at home here. Now, here's another one. When Donald Trump picked Judge Jeanine, I will always call her Judge Jeanine what's her name? Shapiro? Pirro? Not Shapiro. Sorry. Judge Jean Pirro or whatever. Janine Pirro. When he picked her, number 66, I thought to myself, you know what? Could she be as tough? Could she be the real deal? Is she just TV dressing? Is she just comes across the camera? You are looking at the largest seizure of precursor chemicals used to manufacture methamphetamines in U.S. history. China was sending over 700,000 pounds on the high seas to the Sinaloa cartel before my office seized it. China sending it to the cartel because President Trump and Secretary Rubio declared the Sinaloa cartel a foreign terrorist organization. We can now strike faster and hit harder. So you're up one day and President Trump declares them a terrorist organization. We can use different tools. Here's Judge Janine. Give me video 5.
Hi, everyone. I'm Judge Janine, and I am in Houston, Texas, and I am surrounded by 1,300 barrels of precursors that are being used to make methamphetamines. These precursors were seized as a result of work by my office in Washington, D.C., along with Homeland Security and Customs and Border Patrol. These 1,300 barrels were shipped from Shanghai, China, to Mexico. We intercepted these precursors on the high seas, and now the Sinaloa cartel will not be able to use them to make methamphetamines. And the bottom line is this: whenever there is an effort on the part of foreign terrorist organizations to create drugs that are killing Americans, we will seize them, whether it's on the high seas or whether it's in the country or a foreign country. And by the way, it's going to take 24 18-wheelers to take all of these containers and put them in a secure storage facility. And that's what we're doing in D.C., but we're doing it in Houston today. And you never know where we're going to be tomorrow.
On the high seas. Now, Mexico is very clear that if this gets to Mexico and it makes it to the cartel, your sovereignty may be a thing of the past. And that's why Marco Rubio has gone to Mexico and said, look, you're going to work with us here. And this is a sign. We picked it up. It was on its way to Mexico. We stopped it. Let me tell you something. These are things that are going on that these dumbass, stupid reporters, I know that upsets people. I don't like it when you call somebody stupid. You know, Trump calls these reporters like, when you get a job, will you start looking at the real things out there? Give me number 59. This is actually true. And we've never seen this before. We've never seen this before. Trump's drug war looks like real war. Trump's not playing around. We have heard, I grew up, you did too, the war on drugs. It was laughable. But right here, you see the quote, we've never seen this before. Trump's drug war looks like real war. Well, let me tell you something. You say what you want, but I am proud to have a president in the United States in the Oval Office that despises and hates drugs and what it's done to... Look at his own children. Look at his grandchildren, how he is. Look how he is. You can talk about his children. Oh, they made $5 billion on crypto. I hear that. I get it. Okay. But you know what? his children, his grandchildren. Give me number 61. U.S. says boat strike is start of campaign against Venezuelan cartel. Right? U.S. and Mexico, this is the New York Times, I showed you this morning. U.S. and Mexico vow to fight crime while respecting sovereignty. Right? Give me number 62. I showed you this right here earlier. U.S. and Mexico vow to fight crime. Secretary of State Marco Rubio met with President Claudine Sheinbaum. He met with Sheinbaum. I read you, all right? He had a meeting with her. You know, we're a sovereign country. Yes, I understand that. As she pressed the Trump administration not to take unilateral action in Mexico. The United States and Mexico said on Wednesday that they would move forward with security cooperation to dismantle organized groups focusing on drug trafficking cartels and to limit migration while respecting each other's sovereignty. So put it all together. This is not a Caribbean cruise. You got it? Venezuelan boat bringing drugs. Boom, it's gone. Janine Shapiro or Janine Pirro, whatever the hell her name is. Judge Janine for me, okay? She's down there in Houston. Boom. He's down there in Mexico. '63. Trump administration, this is the New York Times. Trump administration says boat strike is start of campaign against Venezuelan cartels. All right, folks, Diane, give me this. We're going to talk about this in the Georgia Hour, number 88, the fish fry. Now, you're going to start hearing about this, and I just want to cut off any noise. The 8th District, Georgia GOP 8th District had a fish fry every year. They would have a fish fry every year as a fundraiser. And a lot of people know the 8th District annual fish fry. They're not doing it. They stopped doing the fundraiser on the 8th District, this fish fry. So Central Georgia Republicans got together. A bunch of great people got together. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Republican parties. Now, I'm not for sure if any more are going to be in there, but they're supporting this, and it's called the Central Georgia Republican Fish Fry 2025. There'll be candidates there. Now, we have a major announcement about this fish fry coming up in the Georgia Hour. Take a break.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Days Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Days Chevrolet, Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender. We take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report. Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
Better late than never. Better late than never, right? I'm trying to figure out how to bring the Georgia Hour in a way that, well, I don't, I mean, we have to move forward, but we also have to understand the mistakes from the past that have prevented us from moving forward and what we need to stop doing to solve the problems so they no longer happen in the future. Did any of that make sense? Or did I just blow your mind? I'm your host, BKP, the Georgia Hour at 10 o'clock. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. So, I don't know about this. I want a little time to go through MTG and MSNBC. This morning, they were talking about trusting. This happened all over the country. I want to just pull this out. I want to pull this out of the box here. This happened all over the United States. And I want to thank an individual over in North Carolina that keeps this stuff always up front for me. And over in North Carolina, number 51. Diane, oh, by the way, I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Good morning, Diane. Diane, you remember we played the video it's been about a month ago, right? And here is the North Carolina State Auditor, David Bullock. This is the North Carolina State Auditor. This is all over the country. All over the country. The amount of money that was stolen. When you talk about COVID, you talk about COVID vaccine, you talk about death from COVID, you talk about the cost, businesses that collapsed, kids that can't read. I mean, on and on and on. And Joe Biden being installed as president, this happened. And recidivism, what is it? They want to rescind money out of these bogus packages that Joe Biden put out of money. This happened all over the United States. The fourth largest school district in North Carolina, Winston-Salem, Forsyth County Schools, accumulated $46 million in debt over 7 years. In debt. $46 million in debt. Our special report exposed this gross malfeasance, and it's why I called on the State Board of Education, which is meeting over the next 2 days to make a finding and management failures of Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools. In a blow to transparency, the State Board didn't even include this item on the agenda. If the State Board does not take action, it will be failing the parents, students, taxpayers who expect accountability. $46 million in debt. All across this country. Right? This is all across the country. It's happening. And then, number 49. Now, this is not Winston-Salem. But this is happening because there are enormous shortfalls. Durham, this is Durham, North Carolina. Durham homeowners hit with higher property tax bills after 2025 reappraisal. Some are up about $1,400 in property tax. For low-income residents, as county leaders stress revenue funds, schools, and services. So, schools, services, property tax. I might bring up property tax again in the Georgia Hour, another political stunt. Take that down. Now, so yesterday, this is wild. Now, I'm thinking to myself, give me number 65. What does a birthday cake look like with 150 candles? 150, right? On a hot mic, right? In Beijing today, as Putin and Xi, both 72 years old, We're caught casually talking about living to 150 and maybe forever thanks to organ transplants. Now, I don't think this has the translation. It might have the translation. Listen to this. It might be all in Mandarin. Is that what they speak? Give me video 4. I didn't actually watch it. I watched the translation somewhere else. Just saying. Holy smokes. Number 52. What would it be like putting 150 candles on that thing, right? So, Emory University is ending, and I want to show you something here. Hot mic captures Putin. So Emory University is ending their DEI program. Give me number 130. And I was just thinking this, right? How many of you watch some of the military parade? How many of you watch some of the military parade? DEI programs removed. Some of the military parade over in China. It was quite interesting. It was quite a display. You know what this is, give me 110. Now, what do you think? If now, is that AI? Because I'll tell you what, they're not having a DEI problem in China. They don't have no diversity issues, right? Which guy looks just a little different? Who are you going out with tonight? I'm going out with that guy over there. He's cute. What? Who is he? I mean, do you think they're actually scanning the pictures? And if someone's hat is not exactly, I mean, they could check this out. Number 109. This is kind of scary stuff. Is this real or AI? The line is perfect. The hats are perfect. Every guy looks the same. They're not having a DEI. Give me 108. 107. So those guys are like, look over there at that cute girl, 106. Which one? I mean, do you think they blink? Have they already put robots in place? I don't know. I'm just saying. Wow. I'm going out with the cute one, the 8th one down. Yes. What's her name? Ming. What's the next one's name? Ming. And the next one, Ming. I'm just saying, man, do they blink? And here you go, number 105. In 105, we could be mortality. Now, so they're over there doing that, right? Talking about living 150 years. Here you go, 103. We have a meeting in the UK, and let me show you this right here. I'm going to show you this is happening today. And this is happening today. Give me number. I told you earlier, Diane, I don't even know how I'm going to get this all finished. And then I just got a couple more messages. Let's see. I want number. Trying to hold tight. Give me number 68. Zelensky arrives in Paris, meets Macron ahead of security guarantee summit with the coalition of the willing. They are the coalition of the broke-ass French and UK. The coalition of the willing. They're broke. I mean, I'm so tired of the coalition of the willing. Number 69. Are we going to pay the bill? Are we? Europe ready to provide security guarantees to Ukraine once peace deal with Russia is signed. Macron. This is a guy's married to a man. All right? They're broke. They're broke. I mean, Great Britain, they're talking about civil war. And they're going to send troops? I'm serious. There's a discussion about civil war in the UK, and they call themselves the coalition of the willing. They are broke. Give me number 27 and then 28. Give me 27 first. Are we going to pay this bill? UK borrowing cost hit 27-year high, adding to pressure. They are looking at a civil war. They're broke. Number 28. We're broke. France has massive debt crisis. They're broke. We're broke. And the people we're laughing at, China and others in the world, have to buy our debt. And they're the coalition of the willing. They are the coalition of the broke-ass gang. I mean, they're broke. We're broke. Who's paying the bill? You cannot afford. You do understand this. You cannot fund or afford in any way whatsoever a full-scale war. You can't do it. Well, Russia can't. China can't. North Korea can't. Okay, fine. You cannot fund a full-scale war. You can't do it. Give me 109. No matter how much you want to talk about our superiority, military superiority over this country, Russia and North Korea, your financial superiority is not there. 117. You're not there. You cannot fund a war. Zelensky and Ukrainian allies to discuss security guarantees. Okay? You can all line up and order ice cream, but somebody's got to determine who's paying for it. 118. I mean, you just can't. I mean, it's absolutely unreal. Zelensky in Paris for a coalition of the willing meeting. I just, every time I think about coalition of the what? All right, so give me this one here. I want to, Trump is having a party. He's having a party. Everybody's singing on the radio. I know, I should not do that. I will never do that again. Sure, right? Let me just show you this. We'll take a break, and then we got to talk a little Epstein. I had it here. There it is. Give me number 71. Look who's coming to dinner. Well, don't get all worked up. Look who's coming to dinner. Trump to host tech leaders for dinner Thursday in the newly renovated Rose Garden. They're all coming by. Yes. Mark Zuckerberg, the guy that spent millions to rig the 2020 election. Yes. Number 70. Trump to host tech leaders for dinner Thursday. Trump to host tech CEOs. Trump to host. You know who's not coming to dinner? That's right. Elon. Take a break.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Days Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Days Chevrolet, Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report. Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. At 10 o'clock, we have the Georgia Hour coming up. The Georgia Hour at 10 o'clock. Whew. That's going to be one powerful hour, the power hour that we have at 10 o'clock. Diane, I want to run through some things quickly, because we always take a break about 9:50, so we got about 10 minutes to regroup and get ready for the Georgia Hour. But this morning at 4 a.m., look, folks, number 6. All right. Last week at a Catholic school, while kids were praying, 2 children were killed, several in the hospital, injured. By a man who thinks he's a woman. Okay. This right here, you're going to hear RFK Jr. all day long. They're going to attack RFK Jr. all day long. CDC, vaccines. Now, keep this in mind. This was the assistant HHS secretary. First transgender presidential appointee, HHS Assistant Secretary Dr. Richard Levine, on Biden administration's commitment to health equity. Now keep that in mind. This man right here supported gender affirming care. This man supported, parents. This man supported parents not having a decision on gender identity for their children. Take God out of the picture, right? The hell with, the birth. Parents. This person supported puberty blockers, hormone therapy, all the above for young children before puberty. This man right here. And radically cutting off body parts, all the above. But this man right here, 97, wants to return. And I want to go back to this one. Wants to return. Number 97, this man wants to return your children. Well, keep your children where they belong with their parents. Let their parents make decisions. Absolutely. Up to the parents. from birth. And this man right here and RFK Jr. will go through absolute hell today. Well, RFK Jr. will go through absolute hell because of vaccines. This man, the next one, right? This man right here supports castrating children, supports this is a man. I can't get worked up. We got to get ready for the George Hour. Now, just last week, this man, I don't have the details on this because, right? Now, Donald Trump wants to stop the murder of young black people, poor people, people of color in Chicago. And this man, number 20, will not allow it. This is sick people. This is evil. This is flat out. It's one of the most evil weeks that I've seen come together in I don't know how long. This man, that's his brother, Mrs. Doubtfire. That is J.B. Pritzker, the governor of Illinois. They are billionaires. And number 19, his first cousin, this man that thinks he's a woman, right? They put millions of dollars into hospitals to put gender-affirming care facilities in to alter kids' sex. Sick people. And then this man, and I don't have the exclusive, there's you have to pay, and it's only, I have to say, I don't want to make it sound like, well, you got to send me more money, but you do. You have to send me more money. I can't subscribe to everything. This is under a paywall, number 36. And just a couple days ago, this man changed his name to Robin. It looks like Minneapolis shooter Robert Westman, right? Dumped his girlfriend just weeks before murdering children at the Catholic school. The girlfriend, this man, woman, was a furry. No, you haven't. You're at the right place. This is crazy as hell. A furry. And this guy, number 58, this is who they're asking to resign. Now, this morning, I'm going to run by HHS. Now, I just want to run this. This is who they're going to ask to resign today. Give me video. This is CBS opening this morning, video 6.
The president, who campaigned on releasing the Epstein files, is now dismissing the scandal as a hoax. CBS's justice correspondent Scott McFarlane reports.
Not only me,
One after another.
there are hundreds of women that are silenced.
Survivors of Jeffrey Epstein's abusive behavior pleaded for the release of the Epstein case files, some addressing the president directly.
President Trump, you have so much influence and power in this situation. Please use that influence and power to help us. Because we need it now, and this country needs it now.
Several blasted the president for referring to the matter as a hoax, as he did again.
So this is a Democrat hoax that never ends.
This is not a hoax. We are real human beings. This is real trauma.
Teresa Helm of Ohio.
Give me video 7.
Mr. President Donald J. Trump, I am a registered Republican, not that that matters because this is not political. However, I cordially invite you to the Capitol to meet me in person so you can understand this is not a hoax. We are real human beings. This is real trauma.
I
was Haley Robson, one of the Jeffrey Epstein accusers who spoke yesterday on Capitol Hill. The group called on Congress to release all of the files in the Justice Department's years-long investigation of the convicted sex offender. The question is, how will lawmakers respond now? Meanwhile, President
5 a.m., and it's all pointed to Trump. And keep in mind, I told you this morning, MSNBC, CBS, right? The same ones that brought you the safe vaccine, COVID, the same ones that took up for Anthony Fauci, the same ones that took up for Rochelle, the same ones that said follow the science. These evil people, this is all a setup. It's all a setup. Give me video 8.
Not asking for pity. We are here demanding accountability, and I'm demanding justice. Congress must choose. Will you continue to protect predators, or will you finally protect survivors? And also, I would like to announce here today, us Epstein survivors have been discussing creating our own list. We know the names. Many of us were abused by them. Now, together as survivors, we will confidentially compile the names we all know who were regularly in the Epstein world. And it will be done by survivors and for survivors. No one else is involved. Stay tuned for more details.
So you're telling me that this group here of ladies that were abused, there were stories of 14, 15 years old, 16, raped, abused. At your age now, you're telling us that you have a list? That we didn't have to wait all these years? Are you telling us that you guys could have got together with an attorney and went and sat down? You could have done an entire series with Oprah? Now you have a list? And then you have MTG Video 10?
Want to have it. Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia also joined the news conference to support the legislation and the survivors.
As you're questioning, why can't they just name the names? What you don't realize is they just told their stories of being raped and being abused, being victimized, being manipulated. They saw the most powerful people in the world in his pictures, and they saw him with those people. Can you imagine how terrifying it would be to name names like that? These are some of the richest, most powerful people in the world that could sue these women into poverty and homelessness. Yeah, it's a scary thing to name names, but I will tell you, I'm not afraid to name names. And so if they want to give me a list, I will walk in that Capitol on the House floor and I'll say every damn name that abused these women.
And those women said at one point during that press conference that they plan on compiling a list of names themselves that would be private. And if someone wanted to prosecute, then they could move forward with that list of names. But the victims trying to take back their power again in that press conference.
You mean you couldn't find anybody for all these years to support you? Really? Why didn't you name the names? I mean, I get it could be scary, obviously, that these people are dangerous, and yes, they are. But Marjorie Taylor Greene, you pick now? Give me number I cannot bring myself to trust you got 126, and then give me from 126 go to 120. I mean, Thomas Massey, I don't dislike Thomas Massey. Epstein survivors call on Congress to release files. And then 120, Ro Khanna and Tom Massey and Marjorie Taylor Greene. Now you're going to attack the president, Marjorie Taylor Greene? Really? CNN video 12.
You have so much influence and power. Please use that to help us.
So this is a Democrat hoax that never ends.
This is not a hoax. We are real human beings. This is real trauma.
This is not a hoax. 5 a.m. Morning Joe, video 18.
And his money. Their choice to align with his power left those of us who had been harmed by this man and his associates feeling very isolated.
The news conference was organized by Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna of California and Republican Congressman Thomas Massie of Kentucky. The two are currently pushing for a discharge petition, a maneuver that would essentially force a vote on releasing the Epstein files in full. Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia also joined the news conference to support the legislation and the survivors.
You're questioning, why can't they just name the names?
4 a.m., 5 a.m., all the networks, 6 a.m., they cannot be trusted. Remember what these networks have brought you, the lies they've told, and if you're in front of these networks and they are putting you up as a positive, it cannot be trusted. I'll be back in 10 minutes. 10 o'clock with the Georgia Hour. Take a break.
Are $11,000 discounts real? You bet they are. During the Last Chance event at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where every Chevy has our biggest Last Chance discounts, like up to $11,000 off new Chevy Silverado 1500 crew cabs. But you better step on it. It's your last chance to save up to $11 grand at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
$11,000 discounts real? You bet they are during the Last Chance event at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where every Chevy has our biggest Last Chance discounts, like up to $11,000 off new Chevy Silverado 1500 crew cabs. But you better step on it. It's your last chance to save up to $11 grand at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. It is time for the Georgia Hour. The Georgia Hour, Monday through Friday, every day at 10 a.m. Wow. Some may wonder, how do we get in an hour highlighting what I consider the most corrupt state in America? So I'm looking at this, Diane. Good morning, Diane. I'm looking at this, and I'm wondering where to come out of the box first. And I think I will come out with Fulton County. Fulton County, number one. Now, you've heard a lot. Fulton County commissioners yesterday, and this is Jason Frazier. So just to start out and be clear of anything out there, Jason Frazier is not, will not, in the near future, be on the Fulton County Board of Registration and Elections. He will not be. And as one Democrat Fulton County Commissioner put it so eloquently yesterday, they are stuck with Julie Adams. That's what was said. We are stuck with Julie Adams. So just so you know, point blank, no matter what you hear, what kind of noise is going on anywhere, Jason Frazier has not been appointed. It did not happen again yesterday. And Julie Adams, who is currently serving on the Fulton County Board of Registration and Elections, will continue to serve. Now, yesterday I watched the discussion. They went to executive session. They came back. Give me number 34. As you can see in the corner, it will say Fulton County right there in the corner. Right there, you see Fulton County on the TV outside. And even, you know, Stella Lou, that's my Stella Lou. Now, Stella Lou has, not to change, what they call a cherry eye. She's been to the vet since she was a baby. All right. She's 3 years old. Since she's 8, dogs have multiple eyelids. So not to change the subject, but before I get a lot of messages, does she have 2 eyes? Yes, she has a cherry eye. But anyhow, I watch Fulton County. There's Stella Lou. We were outside. She always helps me. Then she says, how can you put up with this? Take this down. So yesterday, Fulton County Board of Commissioners had a meeting, and they chose to table the appointment. They made a motion to table the appointment of Jason Frazier and reappoint Julie Adams. Now, there was about 40, and I watched all 40 public speakers, and I will say this: just a little disappointed. Maybe his day job, but you know, when Josh McCoon, the chairman of the Georgia Republican Party, was using this issue as a campaign stunt, he was able to make it. And Blueberry, the little chubby boy, round boy that looks, well, he's a chubby little round boy that wears sandals with white socks. Brad Barnes, he was able to be there and, you know, and say what he thought. And maybe Brad Carver could have showed up yesterday. He's, you know, in charge of the Georgia Republican Party. He's the national election guru. Maybe Jason Thompson, the national committee man, could have showed up yesterday for the, maybe. I'm just saying I was slightly disappointed in the public speaking majority being Matt Rowenzak. Shout out. Good job. Matt Rowenzak, shout out. Your name escapes me, my dear friend. Please do not get upset with me. You did an amazing job. You stood up there in front of God and country. It's a national TV. I'm sorry, name escapes me. I love you. You know, you did a great job, okay? But 40 people lined up and just maligned. They just called Jason Frazier, Kathy Woolard, right? Fair Fight, Kathy Woolard. They just lined up and just maligned and just attacked Jason Frazier. This is a good person. This is a very good person. And thank you, Bridget Thorne. Unless you watch this, you don't get it. Thank you, Commissioner from the 1st District, Fulton County, Bridget Thorne. You stood up and said, she addressed all the attacks on Julie Adams and Jason Frazier and said, why would you call them this? Because they wanted to see something, they found something, they have a question. I mean, you can go watch all the comments and everything. It's up there on YouTube. Go to Fulton County and watch yesterday, and you can scan right through there. But they all lined up and asked the commission not to, at least, 30, not to appoint these people, Jason Frazier and Julie Adams. Give me number 1 again. That was every bit of 2 minutes, an hour, maybe, of public comment attacking these good people. And I have to say, our side only had a handful, just a handful. I mean, I would have, yesterday I would have been up there with public comment. But, so that took place. Now, I may make some of my comments at the end of the show and save them for now. So yesterday, they came back from executive session and they made the decision. Let me give you this one right here. Give me number AJC this morning. I always got to pull up the negative of the AJC. Give me... Actually, it was a footnote. I think it was just a footnote in the AJC. It was one of those before you go. Yeah, give me. It didn't even make the big news yesterday in the AJC. There you go. Give me number 82. Democrats on the Fulton County Commission have again refused to appoint Republican members to the local election board despite judge's order. All right. Now, there was an article yesterday on this that came out. I was pretty sure I cropped that out. Maybe I didn't, but stay with me here on this. Here it is. Give me number 54. And then we got to get to what Fulton commissioners again delay appointment Republican election board nominee. And give me number 55. Wednesday's decision made along party lines to table nomination means the commission will not consider appointing Julie Adams and Jason Frazier while they argue their case in the Georgia Court of Appeals. Democrat commissioners object to the nominees, saying they are election critics and unqualified to serve on the board. And 55, I got that up here already. I'm sorry. We resolve, Rob Pitts, the chairman, we resolve disagreements like this in court of law, not in the court of public opinion. And they have been voted down. There's a $10,000 fine. And I want you to hear this because this is going to come back in a minute. But the Georgia Republican Party chairman, Josh McCoon, said he will be looking for any additional legal way to hold the defiant and lawless Democrats in Fulton County Commission accountable. Oh, by the way, could someone get this to Chairman Josh McCoon? I have my hand up. I can help you with that. Or do you recall me trying to help you with that? Do you recall, Chairman, as you say here in the statement that you will do, let's see, what will he do? He said he'll be looking for any other additional legal way to hold the defiant and lawless Democrats of Fulton County. Oh, additional legal ways? I had one for you. Remember that, Josh? Do you remember? Do you recall? Because let me tell you something, over and over and over on this program, this host has told you for years that we have to settle the nominating and appointing to the local board of elections issue for years. And you know it. Now, you want your local Democrat Party, say that, you want your local Republican Party to make the appointments to the election board. You do not want lawmakers in Atlanta to do it. You don't. You want that local, here's why they want to take it away. You want that local party. You see, you know your people, you know your county, and you know your elections. Because don't forget, we get caught up in the presidential, we get caught up in the Senate, we get caught up in the constitutional offices. And forget about Fulton County for just a minute. Go to Pickens County, go to Gilmer County, go to Union County, go to Hall County. You have your commissioner races, you have your city, you have your races for commission, you have your races for tax collector, you have your House of Representatives, State House, State Senate. You have your local elections, and that's why you have to have your local board. And you have to have people that you know appointed to your local board. It is totally wrong that they are setting a precedence right now, and the Georgia Republican Party has had years to correct it. Look at Forsyth County, look at Cherokee County. You want the list go on? Look at DeKalb County. We have this mess all over the state. So when you hear he's going to look for options, number 56. Josh McCoon, chairman of the Georgia Republican Party, in the article yesterday, I never want to hear any of these Democrats breathe a word about respect for the rule of law again, he said. And before Wednesday's vote, Republican Commissioner Bridget Thorne accused the Democrat commissioners of being hypocrites, saying they aren't going to listen to the judge's order simply because they don't like it. Isn't that what they accuse Republicans of doing, Thorne said? Isn't that what they accuse Trump of doing? Now, rule of law. Number 57, Democrat lawmakers, right? Remember this? Before the vote, commissioners faced pressure from Democrat state and federal lawmakers to reject Adams and Frazier. About 24 Democrat state lawmakers from Fulton County sent a letter Tuesday urging commissioners to continue to reject GOP appointments. Partisan scheme to undermine public confidence in elections. Both Republican nominees have a history of their own legal disputes. So yesterday, State and what's the Lucy McBath's office? There were statements read, all attacking these people. Now, this commission, let me show you the commission, right? Here are the commission, number 75, all right? And you could go watch this. So meet your commissioners. These are the commission, and the far left of your screen, Bridget Thorne. I don't know how she does it. Now you have what's the gentleman's name? Ellis, right? You have Ellis in the red tie. But I don't know how Commissioner Thorne sits there within this group some days. I don't know how you do it. And listen to such nonsense. But Marvin, right, number 76. Marvin come out of the box. Go watch all their statements. But Marvin S. Arrington Jr., he tried the case yesterday right in front of everybody. He did about 12, 13 minutes, maybe more, and just basically tried the case. And he goes over shall, and that the Republican Party gave them nominees that they can't accept, and they got to vote, and they voted down the nominees. They continued yesterday. Every one of these commissioners, except for Ellis and Thorne, kept offering the Republican Party to put up a nominee. Jason Frazier, they cannot. Put up nominees that they can work with. Hey, why don't you put up nominees that we can accept and work with? These are unacceptable. So that being said, they're going to go to court. They're going to go to court, right? And they're probably going to go all the way to the Supreme Court. And this has to be settled. We have, right here on the show, I talked to my good friend Garland Favorito. I had a long conversation with my good friend Garland Favorito. I said, when this all started, I said, Garland, our problem is we have no direct language for 159 counties. Now, I'm not advocating that they tell 159 counties, the parties for the Board of Elections, who they can nominate. But I do think it's time, and I've said it for years, to Josh McCoon and Brad Carver, okay? Yes. Now, when it comes to a blue ribbon panel, right, for elections, and when it comes to the state election board, right, the room is full. I get it. I'm behind you. When it comes to political speeches at the state election board that I support, but where are they going? What do they solve? The room is full. Right? When it comes to the state election board and you want to get rid of Lindsay and 50 people get up there and say you're a lobbyist, you must resign, or you go to the state election board and the Capitol is full, and you go by Ratburger, as you call it, his office, and you yell a couple expletives in there. Maybe you don't, but I'm just saying maybe you do. and you go up there and you use your 3 minutes about, encryption keys and all these other things, I support you 100%. You go drive 2.5 hours to the Blue Ribbon panel and you start sending out emails everywhere with video clips of how amazing. Did you hear this speech? It was an awesome speech. Did you hear it? And Brad Carver addresses it, and Sally Grubbs applauds. Grubhub. Some get upset if I don't say Grubhub. Applauds. Brad Carver up there and others up there, right? And then Tim Fleming sends a letter over. Right? With Victor Anderson to Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger saying that he wants to do a pilot program on paper ballots. I support all that. But I'm telling you right now, this is a rubber meets the road issue. I have been years. Forsyth County, Joel Nat. DeKalb County, Superior Court said, nope, not going to take your nominee. Send somebody else. Right? Cherokee County, they took a Republican, but they didn't take it from the Republican Party. Then you have probate judges, 14 of them, no longer control the election, and you have a piece of legislation with new language on how to create the board of election in those 14 counties that doesn't require them to pick a Republican. The language in that bill for those 14 counties, I think, that they ended probate judges says the parties can put name forward, but it's that language in law signed by the governor for those 14 counties said it's very, very clear that the commission does not have to accept those appointments. I'm like, what the hell? So 14 counties, very clear. DeKalb County, Cherokee County, Forsyth County, and now we have Fulton County. Bridget Thorne did an amazing job yesterday talking about poll watchers and getting poll watchers back into our elections. If the precinct level, now let me just say this to you. Let me say this. Now pay attention to what I'm saying, damn it. I'm sorry. Just pay attention, okay? This is where the rubber is right down on the damn mat. If on the precinct level in Georgia and the county election board level was not imperative, was not the core of the election every year, then why would they fight so hard even to go as far as, give me number 75, to pay a fine of $10,000 a day? If it wasn't a big deal, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Because what we keep doing is we keep looking for where the cheating is. The cheating's in the machine. Ooh, cheating's in mail-in ballots. Ooh, we keep looking for cheating. Over here. Election board, well, I will tell you this, they will fight to the death. And they're fighting all over this state to keep good people off election boards in every county, not just this county. More and more every day, even counties that are called red counties. More and more every day. Commissioners are asking for a second. Here's what has happened in several counties. In advance, I know this for a fact. Oh, hell yeah, I know it for a fact. In advance, right, of appointing someone a commissioner has contacted the chair of the county Republican Party and said, we would like to see you appoint this person, right? And then the chair goes back, oh, you hate when this comes out, right? Because you know who you are out there. You know it. And then the chair comes back to the executive committee of the county and says, well, next on the agenda is we have to present somebody to the commissioners to be appointed for a Republican for the Board of Elections. Now, I don't know what you're thinking, but I have this person in mind. It's all taking place. And if this was not a core fight, why would they keep doing it? Jason Frazier, Julie Adams, they know. See, they know where the cheat comes together. Yeah, cheat. Let's wrap it up, throw a lasso on it, and drop it on our county election board. Because that county election board is going to be who goes to the Secretary of State and says, we need an investigation. The county election board is going to go to the State Board of Elections and say, we need an investigation in our election. You see, the county election board, cheat. They're going to wrap it up, throw it here. They're going to be the ones that sound the alarm. That's where the alarm's going to go off. But if we don't have people on these boards that will sound the alarm, that will fight the fight, and do what Julie Adams did. Julie Adams couldn't get the documents. I'm not saying it says by perjury. I have to certify this by perjury that Bridget Thorne said. How many times did Bridget Thorne say yesterday? Well, we were actually looking at the number of ballots cast versus the number of ballots, or so I forget. Just like, it was that simple. But they won't stop the fight. And let me tell you something. Our lawmakers know where the fight is. And I have passionately asked our lawmakers for years to stop this. Nothing. And I have to tell you, it's not a matter that I just don't like Josh McCoon, because I just don't like Josh McCoon. And it's not a matter that I just don't like Brad Carver, because I just don't like Brad Carver. It's a matter that I don't give a shit whether I like him or not. Do the right thing. Anyhow, I knew this was going to happen. Now, well, I'm looking at the second lie I'm going to bring you today. Now, yesterday, I want to thank, Diane, I sent you 2 emails. I sent you a 136 and a 137. Did you get those? And if you do, can you give me 137? Because I want to show you this. This was sent to me. And I want to tell you how much I appreciate the people out there that know that I'm fighting this battle with you. This is an email that was sent to the commissioners. This email was sent to the commissioners of Fulton County. On behalf of the Republican senators and representatives on the Fulton County local delegation, I want to once again ask you in your elected capacity to confirm the Republican nominees to Fulton County Board of Elections. I have attached for your review. They sent a letter. Although the $10,000 fine imposed by the judge, David Emerson, has been temporarily paused. Now, he had no choice. There's a legal rule that the judge, once it was appealed or something, had to pause this, and I don't know legally the correct way to present it to you, but it got paused. All right. Although the $10,000 fine per day imposed by Judge David Emerson has been temporarily paused during the appeals process, as required by state law. Judge Emerson wrote in his order that the underlying requirement to appoint the GOP nominees remains in place. So you're still required to do it. I have to, because you're going to move forward with an appeal. I have to pause, but it does not change the fact that you're required. Now, they didn't vote on it yesterday. They tabled it. They didn't vote. They voted to table it pending the appeal. Okay? So, but the judge also let them know that they're required, still required. It did not change the requirement. I ask that you comply with the judge's order. This would facilitate compliance with local state law pertaining to this county, yes, that creates a framework for bipartisan representation. Thank you for your attention and service. Now, give me the next one over. 136. It was signed. It was cut off, but this was sent. Here is the email signed by Albers, Hilton, Jan Jones, Todd Jones, Chuck Martin, and State Senator Sean Still. They all signed this email and sent it to the commissioners yesterday, letting them know they wanted this. They wanted them approved. Now, here's where it gets hang tight. I don't know if that's, give me right here. Yeah, 86. Now, this letter, June 5th, 2025, all right, was sent by Jan Jones. All right. And this is exactly what I've been looking for years. So my hat's off to Jan Jones. My hat's off. Okay. This is not an attack to Jan Jones. For me, I laid this years ago when I was first vice chair of the Georgia Republican Party. I laid this years ago on Josh McCoon's step, the chairman of the Georgia Republican Party. Now, he can put out a comment. He can bark. The RNC, now keep this in mind, the RNC is paying for this lawsuit, and it's going to cost an enormous amount of money. And what the RNC needs to know is that, yes, that would be me. I wanted this cleared up years ago. Yes. Dear Chairman Pitts and Fulton County Board of Commissioners, I want to express my concern that the intent of existing state law pertaining to Fulton County Election Board and its bipartisan composition will not be fulfilled unless the board approves the 2025 nominees. I write to you in my capacity as Speaker pro tempore, a member of the General Assembly representing portions of Fulton County. The committee is tasked by Speaker Burns to study and evaluate. Now, I've been waiting on this. Now, I understand the Blue Ribbon Study Committee on Election Procedures. I want paper ballots. I support my president. I want rid of the machines. Lawmakers in Atlanta can tell you how many years I have supported and participated in getting rid of the machines. But what I do not do, although it's coming out right now, I do not go for stimulating emotion. I don't do it. I don't go and do the 3-minute speech, and I applaud you for it. Easy. I'm not attacking you. But I don't go to the podium to get my 3-minute speech. When's the last time you seen me at one of those meetings to get my 3-minute speech out? I support that, but I don't do things based on stirring up emotion that I know is not getting solved. Everything I do, everything, it's a big word, everything. You can ask my friends, both of them. Call both of my friends and ask them. When we go over something, what will I say? What did we solve? What are we solving? I need to know. I want to know what I'm solving, and I'll work backwards. Anyhow, the Blue Ribbon Study Committee on Election Procedures. The committee is tasked by Speaker Burns to study and evaluate Georgia's current laws, policies, and procedures for administrating Georgian elections. The committee will also analyze the statewide and local elected officials, boards, and oversee administration of elections. So, this is coming out. Chairman McCune of the Georgia Republican Party, who has been a fierce fighter for election integrity throughout the state, has brought to my attention that you have rejected both Fulton County Republican Party nominee, and he has asked for the assistance in an important issue as well. After reviewing the facts, I want to convey I am disappointed in the board. Now, Jan Jones, I'm not attacking you, but if I tried to get Chairman McCune, so before you throw all these fierce fighter accolades on Josh McCune's ass, okay? Because he ain't he's not a fierce fighter for jack shit, okay? Bring it down. Serenity now. Okay, anyhow, I do not speak for the committee or Georgia Republican Party, but I do speak for my capacity, all right, ranking member and the ranking member of the Blue Ridge Study Committee. I sincerely request that Fulton County Commissioners revisit its decision. Now, she's bringing the state into it. Number 87, I can assure you that I will work towards legislation next year that will result in meaningful bipartisan election boards, right? Reflecting their respective political parties in counties and have state laws requiring bipartisan county election boards. Jan Jones, I'm not upset with you. I'm not mad at you, okay? I'm not mad at you. I don't like John Burns, and I'll tell you in a minute. But Jan Jones, I'm not mad. Jan Jones, thank you, Speaker Pro Tempore, for putting out this letter. Thank you. I disagree with the fierce fighter of Josh McCune. I disagree with that. And I think this is a couple years too late, but I'm not upset with you, all right? I personally worked on the Fulton Election Board legislation years ago, requiring Fulton Election Board to include 2 members nominated Republican and Democrat. The purpose of the litigation was to ensure free, fair, and transparent elections. All right? So, she's going to put forth legislation. Now, here's my thing, and we'll get further into it because I've got to move on. But here's the thing. Will the legislation you put forward wipe out all the other nonsense that's out there? Will you wipe out is it 14 counties? Or will they be exempt? Because I forget the state law, but 2 years ago, when we should have addressed this, 2 years ago, when that fierce fighter, Brad Carver and Josh McCune, they're going to tell you what great work they've done with election integrity. They got rid of the QR codes. All right. They're going to tell you all the great things they have done. It pains me to say this is a total failure. The fact that this letter is out here now, the fact that Fulton County feels that they can take this all the way to the Supreme Court, what are you going to do with this? And what will the legislation look like if the Georgia Supreme Court says that they're not required at any time to vote on a nominee a certain way, then is it a vote? And why vote? These questions are all going to get answered. Why are we going to let the courts answer these questions when the Republican lawmakers, the Republican governor that's out there with Derek Dooley backslapping his ass with Amy Porter, and they're cashing in? Why didn't a Republican governor? Why didn't a Republican lieutenant governor? Right? Why didn't he just take the bull by the horns? Right? No. Why not? Why not John Burns, Speaker of the House? How come our Georgia State Senate? How come our Georgia State representatives, the Republicans? We're going to leave this up to the courts. I want to write this down. I want to see what this legislation looks like. Because Jan Jones, I'm happy you're doing it. And I'm pleased that this letter's out here. But I just wish you wouldn't have put fierce, hardworking Josh McCoon's name in this damn letter. Because I mean, you shouldn't go but I did. And what they do? They kicked I's ass out. That'd be me. Right? Yeah. These are the kind of things I wanted fixed. He knows it. Brad Carver knows it. Kaufman knows it. Every damn one of them know it. I wanted this shit fixed before we went into the 2024 election. Moving right along. But now, what's this legislation going to look like? Now, after you wrote legislation that passed, the governor signed, where probate judges, you got 14 counties. They don't have to take the Republican. They don't have to. They can put whoever they want on there. Read the legislation. Diane, chime in and say I'm wrong if I'm wrong. If not, just stay quiet. Read the legislation. We've read it a dozen times right here on this show. It's out there. Are they going to alter that legislation? Are we going to have 159 counties? What are they going to do? What about the legislation they have up there in Cherokee County? Are we going to clean? Is your legislation that you're proposing cleaning out everything? Cherokee, DeKalb, Forsyth, Fulton, anyone and everyone, all the counties that got the probate judges now have their own board assembled. Will it supersede everything and put it back in the hands of the two parties? God forbid that second damn party, but the two parties, and have it to where locally the people we know, the people we trust, the people that we know will sound the alarm. I can't say enough that if this was not huge, they would not fight it to the death, and they're fighting it to the death. Wow. All right, so let me show you this. I got to get out of this. Now, I want to remind you of something because I'm going to give you my next thing. It really just jacks me. I want to show you. See, this number 12, right? This is Josh McCoon. Now, he stood up there. He did his little presentation. The RNC is spending enormous amounts of money. The RNC is spending enormous amounts. This could have been fixed. But Josh and Cue Ball, the former executive director of the Georgia Republican Party, were spending too much time unifying the party to kick my ass out. So I just thought I'd give you a couple pictures from the past. You remember this one, Brad Carver? Number 72, right? Just showing you. This is the kangaroo court. Remember this, Brad? Right? That is your host right there. David Oles is a good man. David Oles representative. This is the day they took me. There's Alex Kaufman and Brad Carver sitting at the table. They both were the prosecuting attorneys against your host at the kangaroo court that day, right? This is when they put me in front of everybody. It did an inquisition because you know what? I wasn't running a $140 million Ponzi scheme. No, I wasn't doing that. I'm fighting a $4,500 civil fine against the state, Brad Raffensperger and Chris Carr, of all people. I'm fighting that. But You get $140 million Ponzi scheme. You steal granny's, food money. You steal the old man's money. He can't buy a new walker. That is fine. Bring it on down. Georgia Republican Party. There they are. That's the kangaroo court. And here you go. Give me, here, there. We're getting ready. Number 73. And here's number 7. I just thought I'd show you, I'm the one that fought for Fulton County, whether you know it or not, years ago. And you know who you are down there, Fulton County. You know the ones. I love you. I appreciate you. There's great people. But you know the ones down there that stabbed my ass in the back knowing I was fighting for you. Okay? Here's Brad Carver and Alex Kaufman. He is the legal counsel for the Georgia GOP Inc. And there's Brad Carver, the election integrity god, according to Sally Grubhub, right? And there they are, Kangaroo Court. And when they got done, they took a group photo. This is the same day right here, number 74. Kaufman and Brad Carver, this is their celebration picture of booting my ass out. Yeah, I just thought you might want to see. This is the one where they all got together and they celebrated. This is Carver. He's waving, and Kaufman and the rest of them. And we did it. That's their we got rid of his ass celebration photo after the kangaroo court. Just thought I would show you that, and I'll take that down. Now, oh, by the way, number 77. I just want to officially tell you I'm not involved in a $140 million Ponzi scheme. No, that wouldn't be me. That would be members of DeFrost family. That would be several. We'll see what the judge says, right? Nothing. Katie still third vice chair. No, I'm sorry. Katie Frost is still chair of the 3rd District. Mama Frost is still on state committee. Brant Frost is still running a shadow government in Coweta County. $140 million Ponzi scheme. I can't ever use fierce leadership with Josh McCoon's name. Now, John Burns, this really... Diane, was it HB 581? Was it HB 581? And was that the one that we did a constitutional amendment on that was going to cap, and it was going to cap property tax, right?
Yes.
And HB 581 was going to cap property tax. It was actually put on the ballot as a constitutional amendment, and it won 60-some% of the vote in the state of Georgia. Am I correct on just generalities there?
Yes.
All right, give me number 78. And you wonder why I don't like these people? You wonder? Now look at the big-eared boy behind him, David Clark. This is not a coincidence. David Clark comes out, he's going to run for lieutenant governor. My father-in-law's Brandon Beach. And Brandon Beach has a rubber room up there in D.C. where he gets to answer the phone every once in a while. I'm just trying to get it back together so I don't say ugly stuff. I mean, so David Clark, state representative, just comes out of the box. He's going to, now, he's a state house member, right? Now go look this up. I want you to look this up. I don't want you to take my word. If you take my word, I'm going to be pissed. Flat out pissed. I want you to look this up for yourself. Now, let me just say this, okay? I can't stand corruption. I can't stand political stunts. I hate them with a passion. So the big-eared boy is a House member, right? He's in the state house. That's David Clark. And he comes out, oh, I'm going to run for lieutenant governor. And guess what? As I run for lieutenant governor, I'm going to help stop seniors from paying all this property tax. Well, that's amazing, you dumbass. Other than you had the chance last year and you didn't do it. You can't make this up. Now, John Burns. John Burns eyes property tax cut ahead of election year legislative session. So, HB 518. Diane, I want you to chime in when I'm wrong. If not, stay silent. So, HB 518 is going to put a cap on the percentage that property tax or appraisals, right? Going to put a cap. It was an effort. 60-some% of Georgians voted for it. See, the state Senate, the Georgia State Senate, let's tell the truth, damn it. The Georgia State Senate wanted no exemptions. Yes. See, the bill goes to the Georgia State Senate, and they want no exemptions, none. And guess what? All of your AGCC or whatever they are, AGCC, is it the Alliance of Georgia County Commissioners, AGCC. So the Alliance for Georgia County Commissioners, that group that they're all members of, their lobbyists went to the House and said to John Burns, you got to give us an opt-out clause. And then your, let's see, city, GCA, Georgia Cities Association or something, right? Correct me where I'm wrong. They sent their lobbyists to John Burns' office and said, you got to give us an opt-out. You can't lock us into this. And then the association that represents all the schools in the state of Georgia, their lobbyists went to John Burns and said, you got to opt us out of this. And John Burns said, screw you, 63%. John Burns said, I don't care what 63% of Georgians say at the ballot box about their property tax or their property appraisals that are going through the roof. The appraisals where senior citizens can't pay the property tax and buy their medication. The appraisals where senior citizens have had property their whole life, but it's now a tourist town and it's on the lake and they can't afford the appraisal and the tax that went up and losing their property. Why, I have 3 lobbyists in my office, school, city, and county. Why, how can I overlook those 3 lobbyist groups? Right? So here's what I'm going to do. John Burns, and the big-eared boy. Now, the big-eared boy, what I want you to do is, David Clark, I want you to go see on HB 518 if he voted no. I want you to see if he voted no. Now, he's out there talking property tax. Now, look, I can't take that crap. You come out of the box, you're going to talk property tax? Go look if David Clark, go look and tell me, because I'm going to be upset if you don't. Go tell me if he voted no on HB 518 and said, no, I'm not okay with an option for schools, cities, and counties to get out of it. I'm not okay with overriding 3 lobbyists. Override. Do you have something to say?
HB 581.
Well, what do I'm saying?
518.
So I've transposed some numbers. HB 581, according to Diane. Thank you for that correction. I told her to come in if she had to correct me. So HB 581, go see if he voted no on it. Go see. Go see if he stood up and said, no. We've got to do something about property appraisals in this state. But see, the Senate said, and 63%, but you know what John Burns did? John Burns put an opt-out. Diane, I have a question. Get on here. Get on here. Now, you don't have to give the county you live in, but I'm going to ask you a question. Did your county school board opt out?
Yes.
Did your county commissioners opt out?
Yep.
Did the 2 cities, I think you have 2 cities in your county, are you aware if they opted out?
They did.
Why, hell, you say? Right where I live, my county commissioners opted out. The city opted out. The school board opted out.
And our county commissioners raised our millage rate this past, so for next year.
Right. The county opted out and raised taxes. And John Burns has the nerve. Number 79, number 79, tax talk, right? Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones and his allies in the state Senate are pledging to slash and eventually eliminate Georgia income tax. While John Burns, but the House Republicans who get the first crack at tax legislation have a different focus, right? 80. Speaker John Burns convened more than 150 lawmakers and advocates this week on the coast to preview next year's session. And one of his priorities, not yours, they get the lobbyists together in the same room. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, 150 to get a steak dinner, the lobbyists. There is a meeting they have where the lobbyists give them their legislation already written. Oh, hell yeah. The lobbyists write that damn law. This is one of those days. This week on the coast to preview next year's session. And one of his priorities, cutting property tax for landowners and homeowners while still supporting a gradual rollback of income tax. I may be dealing with flat out heart failure. Mel, I'm not saying that jokingly. I'm going to have to get off here because I'm just losing it. Hey, how about buying an office? Do you think one's for sale? Hey, can you purchase if you get everything in the right place? Give me number 85. We have an open seat. In the 10th District of Georgia, an open congressional seat. And this guy right here, Houston Gaines, strategically put the governor, every lawmaker, and every lobbyist, he put everything. He dotted all the I's, crossed all the T's, put everything in place, and no one is opposing him. An open congressional seat. Now, you look this up. I think when Mike Collins ran, and Mike Collins is running for Senate, I think when Mike Collins ran for the 10th District of Georgia, I'm pretty sure that Mike Collins had like 9 opponents, right? Remember? There was like 9. Yeah. He has narrowed the field. This is what I call a clear purchase. Clear purchase. That's my opinion. I'm allowed to have an opinion. I believe that the seat's been purchased. Representative Houston Gaines says his congressional campaign has locked up the endorsement of all 14 Republican sheriffs. I mean, they have this guy, you just can't make it up. Just cannot make it up. Oh, wow. All right, so here's the big announcement. Give me number 88. We have to go. I can't stay. Now, I want to close with this. This is the Central Georgia Republican Fish Fry 2025. Now, the 8th District always for years held a fish fry. The 8th District, Congressional District, Republican 8th Congressional District of Georgia held a fish fry down there at the State Fairgrounds or Ag, whatever it is, Ag Center there in Warner Robins. All right. And they chose not to do it anymore. So they just decided in the 8th Congressional District, Republican Congressional District, they just decided that they're not going to have a fish fry any longer as a fundraiser. So a lot of good people got together and said, let's keep the ball rolling and let's have a good event. So they come up with the Central Georgia Republican Fish Fry. Diane, can we make sure we get this on our website? Okay. And Saturday, September. Now there's an announcement coming with this. Okay. Use Houston, Peach, Taylor, Bibb, Jones, Crawford counties. They have all come together. Meet your representatives, candidates, and guest speakers. Now, I don't know how many more candidates they may end up having. But as you can see, you're going to have Senate candidates. You're going to have Secretary of State candidates. You're going to have different candidates that are running for office, and they probably will have more. I don't know. I mean, I see Chuck Hand's name on there. But that being said, I will be there. Yep. Well, it's a fish fry. What do you expect? I mean, it's a fish fry. You know me and a fish fry. So I'm going to be there. But here's the catch. Was there a catch? I want to talk to you. And considering I want to talk to you, we will be set up. Okay, I will have a table, this microphone. We're going to be live. You'll be able to watch this event. You'll be able to hear interviews. I want you to come up and sit down. We're going to be broadcasting live from 10:30 to 1:30. It's 10, 11:30, 12. Yeah, 3 hours. We're going to do a special Georgia 3-hour program. That's Saturday. And it's going to be about Georgia. And what our focus will be that day, is hearing from you. What do you want to hear from these lawmakers? What are some of the most important issues? Bring it up, property tax, drugs, whatever it may be. Industry in your district, jobs, I don't care what it is. And then we're going to talk to these lawmakers. We're going to say, hey, come over, sit down a minute. Hey, and we're not going to beat anybody up. That's not going to be the 3 hours. It's going to be allowing them to answer your questions. I mean, you might come up and say, hey, I just, I heard from this candidate and I kind of like this. And I might look at the candidate, come over, hey, I was just talking to someone here today and it seems like voters are interested in this. That's how it's going to run for 3 hours. So it's not an attack. It's not, who can we go after? I'm not going to do that. I don't do that. We're really going to drill down for 3 hours on what you expect as voters and what you are asking them that you want to earn your vote. It's that simple. So don't miss the fish fry. We'll be talking about it every day. voiceofruralamerica.com. If it's not on there already, we'll get it there sometime today. voiceofruralamerica.com. Diane, I have to go. I have to go. But don't forget, 77, do not forget 2 things. Watch for speed bumps and Ponzi schemes. Just saying. And 75. if it wasn't such a big deal, why are they making such a big deal out of it? Mañana, tomorrow, 8 a.m. I'll see you then. Take us out of here, Diane.